Eric B's Daily Vlogs.
My last day, and check out that sunrise. Old China Basin, AT&T Park. I will miss you. Wow, look at that color. Welcome everyone, it's my daily vlog channel, Eric B's Daily Vlogs. Last day at China Basin. Again, I told you a couple days ago, it's possibility, might be headed back this way. All right, so just to get a little serious today on today's vlog, you guys know from the past that I don't like getting political. I don't like talking about anything political whatsoever, but I felt like this platform of YouTube is a platform where I could express my feelings, express how I feel about a certain issue that happened yesterday. And it saddens me to hear that in this great state that we live in, there's still people out there who are willing to sacrifice their life and take on other people's life, or take away other people's life. And yesterday in Florida, or when you watch this, it's going to be Tuesday in Florida. I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to give him that credit, but he went on a rampage, killed 17 people, injured a lot more, and then had the audacity to hide amongst the kids and escape that way. And for someone to do that, to kill people, and then decide that I am going to hide amongst the people that I just shot at to try to get away. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that we live in this country where people are so angry, people are so mentally disturbed that they have to take this action to try and take other lives. And I think the saddest part about it is the FBI knew this person was like this. He commented on someone's YouTube channel that he's a mass shooter or is planning something. That YouTuber went and told the FBI. This guy on his Facebook page was showing things like guns and knives. The signs were there. And no one or nothing was done in a situation where that could have been prevented. Now, something like this hits a little close to home because last year we had a gunman go into a UPS building and decides to kill 3 people. He shot I think he targeted the 3 people from what I remember, but it's close to home because these are all unnecessary violence that happens. You know, I brought this up before when I talked about the UPS killing. You have signs that are there that people are either emotionally distraught, emotionally unstable, and anything can snap them to do something crazy. Now, this person, 19 years old, was a former student at that high school. He maliciously planned it, and I mean maliciously. He knew that the school was having drills. They would have drills all the time, and that he knew that if there was a drill, the kids will stay in class, they would lock the door, and they won't come out. He knew that. So what did he do? He pulled the fire alarm. What's the first thing we do when we learned in school? Fire alarm. Everyone needs to leave the classroom to go to that designated spot. Pull the fire alarm. And as soon as the kids came out of the classroom, he started shooting. Now, I don't have any reports. I don't know if he targeted certain people, if it was random. Forgive me for that. I should have read that up before I started this vlog, but the more and more I read, the more and more it just made me sick, because reading the things like the kids were texting their parents, the kids were telling their parents where they were, what building that they're in, and me being a father of 3, 1 in high school, 2 in middle school, made me think about my own kids, made me think about what I would do in a situation like this, how I would feel if I knew my kids were in this situation and I'm sitting here helpless and can't do anything about it. And you as parents, you understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. You know what I say when I say, what can we do as parents? What can we do as parents? Now, I read that his mom passed away back in November of last year. So if he was already mentally unstable, with his mom passing away, that kind of pushed him over the edge. Probably. I'm not saying that that's the reason why he did it, but if he was already mentally unstable before that, then he got more unstable after that. And his parents or his family members who knew he was the way he was should have reached out to him, got him some help, got him to see someone, got him to speak to someone, got him to do anything other than to go to this school and kill 17 innocent kids. Now, again, I don't know if he had beef with these people. I don't know if he targeted these people. I don't know. But he did. He did do it. It was terrible. It was a terrible act. He shouldn't have done it. And again, why, for what reason, we don't know. He's probably going to say something, during trial. He's probably going to say something in prison, why he did it, why he felt like he had to do it. But it's going to be this long story, a long debate, everything. It talks about gun control. Everyone's going to talk about that now. Gun control, he had an AR-15, he had all this stuff. Remember, the rules outside of California are so much different than it is in California. He was only 19. Why he got an AR-15, how he got an AR-15, we don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's going to come out. I'm pretty sure the media is going to have information on it and what's going to happen and what's the next step moving forward for this individual. But it does start with gun control. It does start with that. Either someone purchased a gun for him, or he stole some guns that someone had. And again, I don't have all the information. I didn't read up to it. I should have. I apologize. So for you guys who are going to leave a comment saying things like, oh, he bought the gun, This happened Tuesday. It is now Thursday. Sorry, this happened Wednesday. It is now Thursday. So it's a day later. So I don't have all the information on what happened to this guy and where he got all this stuff. And it'll come, but right now I'm just going by what I read and what I heard on the news. So, but the big story is, besides the gun control, that's the big issue everyone's going to be bringing. But this guy was mentally disturbed. This guy had issues. Even some of the school guys or the schoolmates or his classmates said they weren't surprised it was him, because they knew he had this in him. They knew that. They knew he had a history. They knew he had something wrong with him. So these guys already knew. And when they found out it was him, they weren't surprised. So hearing that was kind of creepy. It was kind of scary. And it's funny because the way they knew it was him, and I was listening to a police scanner yesterday. Of course, I hear about all this issue. I hear a lot about this incident. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my app that I have on my iPhone, open up the police scanner, and yes, I was listening to what was going on. It was scary. It was a scary thing to listen to, because you as a parent, you're trying to think about what if this was your child. But I think the scariest part when I was listening to the scanner, before the media even found out who this kid was, they were already telling over the air who the kid was, because some other kid said it was him. So listening to the scanner, I heard things like, we are looking for a 19-year-old. They said his name. They said the color he's wearing. They said he left the building with the kids. It was like Group A or Group B or something like that. He left with the group and got evacuated to a bus. So before the media even said anything, before the media even said, this is the person, the police scanner already said who it was. The police scanner already said who the person was. The police scanner already had the person's name out. So for you as a student who is evacuating, and then all of a sudden you see this guy who you don't recognize, or you recognize from a year ago, and then all of a sudden you see him, you know the type of guy he is, you put two and two together, and then you're like, whoa, this is the guy that did it. Scary thought. That's like probably the scariest thought I'd ever have. And again, as a parent, as an individual, it's hard. It's hard to see something like this. It's hard to see a person who is like this. And when you have the signs there, when you have all these people who knew this is the type of guy he was, and nothing was done to help this guy, that to me is scary. It all starts with what we know. And you as a family member, if you knew something like this was happening to him, you have to go tell someone. You have to tell someone before anyone gets hurt. You do. Yeah, it's your family member. Yeah, you don't want anything to happen to them. But he didn't even, all the mass shootings that happened in the United States, outside the United States, the gunmen fought till they got killed. This guy was a coward. He didn't. This guy was a coward. He went and took lives, but left, ditched everything and left because he didn't want to get shot and he didn't want to get killed. So to me, he's a coward. He's a coward for what he did. He's a coward for something he started that he didn't finish. So now he's going to rot in jail. We are going to pay for the taxes for him to stay in jail. Feed him, house him, clothe him till we figure out what they're going to do with him. Till they figure out whether he's guilty, not guilty, whatever. But yes, I am ranting today because I am very upset. I'm very upset. I'm very saddened because of what's going on or what happened. President Trump talking about the mentally ill, how the mentally ill and this whole gun thing. First of all, if you're mentally ill, you shouldn't have a gun. You shouldn't be allowed to have a gun. They got these pigeons right behind me that are freaking me out. You shouldn't have a gun. You shouldn't be allowed to carry a gun. You shouldn't be allowed to play with a gun. You shouldn't have any toy guns on there. Facebook, Zuckerberg, you guys saw this guy posting these things on social media. You saw him posting knives, had videos of fake guns, any of those. Those are signs. Those are signs that you guys should have caught. You guys should have caught that. You should have told the authorities. FBI, you guys were tipped. Some YouTuber told you this guy said something. This guy had an issue and he said he was going to be a mass shooter for a school. Someone already told you guys that. And FBI, you guys didn't do nothing. Nothing. Maybe you did. I don't know. Maybe you did go investigate. Maybe you were watching this guy. But you weren't doing it fast enough because he went and killed 17 people. 17 people. How would you have felt if one of those 17 was your kids? How would you have felt if one of the 16 that was injured was one of your kids? A coach. Don't know his name. I should know his name, but a coach covered some kids to protect them. He's probably a father, he's probably a son, but he covered some kids to protect them and ended up losing his life trying to protect them. Something that could have been prevented, something that could have been stopped, wasn't, because nobody wanted to take the sign serious. Nobody wanted to take that action of let's find out if this YouTuber is right and this guy's actually going to go kill someone. Nobody wanted to take that step. Nobody wanted to do anything. So what ended up happening? 17 people died because of this reason. 17 people. Yes, I sound angry. Yes, I sound very emotional. I have kids. I cannot imagine what those parents were going through when they heard the news that this school has a shooter. This school is going around shooting people. What would you do as a parent? I would freak out. It was preventable. We could have stopped it. We could have prevented it from happening. We as a society, not saying we as a group, we as a society, we could have stopped that from happening. We could have saw the signs and they were there. We could have reached out, got him help, and then go from there. Go from there. One life versus 17. It's kind of hard to imagine. Again, it's one of those things where you got to think really deep about. You gotta wonder what he was going through in his head to decide and say, I'm going to go to this old high school that I went to. I think I'm going to kill some people today. What's going through your head? Why are you so angry? There's anger and then there's anger. You're mad. I get it. I get mad almost every day, but not enough to where I want to kill somebody. I don't get that mad. And if I do, I got to think about my family. I got to think about my career. I got to think about all that stuff. So I probably wouldn't even say anything, or I probably would get help before anything happens. That's probably what I would do. This guy had the signs. They had all the signs in the world that this guy was having issues, that this guy was going through some problems. And nothing was done. Nothing was done. And again, I apologize. I always said that I'm never going to bring politics into this channel. Every now and then I do, and today was one of those days where I felt like I had to. I'm looking at my timer. I've been talking for 15 minutes about the same thing with the 5 minutes right before that. It just needs to stop. It needs to stop. And with what we have at the White House right now, with all the negative stuff that he posts on Twitter, all that stuff, there's not a whole lot we can do as staying positive. There's not a whole lot we can do as far as what the media and what social media is going to bring us. There's nothing we can do. He brings nothing but negative news every day, and that negativity he has trickles down to us. It does. Think about it. He says something stupid, something dumb. We get mad about it. We bring it out. Someone who likes him or defends him will defend him, and next thing you know, we're arguing. So he brings out a lot of negativity in people. He does. Terrible. But different topic, different story. But he posted a comment yesterday about the mentally ill should have guns too, or they should have rights. I don't really know what the tweet was, but it was stupid. It's very stupid. But what's the next step? Everyone talks about gun control. Yes, that's a step. That's a step forward. But we had Columbine. We had Florida, in Orlando, the mass shooting in Orlando. We had the movie theater shooting, was it in Arizona? Even if you have gun control, these people who want or willing to kill other people will find ways. They will find ways. Drugs in America, an exception to marijuana now, drugs in America are illegal. We can't have drugs in the United States. But guess what? It finds its way. People find way to get what they want. So even if you banned legalize guns, people will find the way to get it. So I'm not saying I'm pro-gun. I'm not saying that. I am a gun owner. I'm very careful with my firearms. I'm careful with my kids. I talk to them about it. I know exactly where it is. It is locked up. They can't open it even if they tried. So I'm responsible at the same time. And when they're ready enough or they're old enough for me to go take them out and show them, then yes, that's when it's going to happen. They know I have it. I spoke to them about it. I spoke to them that this is more for recreational and not for anything else. So again, different topic, different story. But if you stop guns, it'll find its way. If the person really wants to find it, if the person really wants to do something about it, guns will find its way to a person. And us as a society, we can say all these things that we want. We can stop all these things that we're stopping. We can do all this stuff. But again, illegal drugs in the United States, they find its way here. Mexico, Canada, everywhere. Drugs finds its way here. It does. Illegal drugs. So if we make guns illegal, it'll find its way here. The person who really wants it is going to get it. The person who really wants it is going to use it. And then where does it stop there? Then we're going to ban, the guy at the White House is already trying to ban illegal immigrants to come in. He's already trying to ban certain types of people. He's already kicking out certain types of people. And from what I read or what I saw, this kid was legal. He was okay to stay in the United States. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I read. It's sad. Sad place that we live, sad situation that we're in. but we need to figure out a way. We need to stop all this that's going on. We need to stop pointing fingers. We need to stop Democrats and Republicans. You guys need to get together and figure out a solution and not point fingers at each other. All that stuff needs to happen. And how you guys want to do it, how it has to be done, that's between you guys. That's something you guys have to do. That's something that us as a society should stand behind and figure out how we're going to do things and how we're going to get things done the right way. Again, pointing fingers is not going to get anyone anywhere. Pointing fingers is just going to make this situation more than what it is now. I rambled enough. Again, I am saddened on what happened. I am very, very saddened on what happened. Thoughts and prayers to all the victims, the injured, the heroes. There is a few heroes, the first responders, all of you guys. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Good job on keeping the rest of the school safe. There's nothing you guys could have done with that 17 that did pass away and the other people that got injured because you guys didn't know he was there. So it's not your fault. Guys, find the signs. Find the signs. Look at the signs. If you know someone is having issues, if you know someone is hurting and in pain, and they're posting negative things on social media, talking about suicide, talking about, I can't do this anymore. Call them, reach out to them, and then call someone else. Try to get them help. Find the signs. This could have been prevented. This could have been prevented. This shouldn't have happened. But we did. It's too late. All right, guys. I'm done. It's my last day at China Basin. Just needed to get this off my chest. Needed to talk about this real quick. And it's not a real quick, because this is what, 20-minute video? So yeah, it's not real quick. Everyone have a great day. Go home. Talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. Have a game plan for them. Yes, the school has a game plan. Schools should have a game plan. But enforce that game plan with your kids. Tell your kids, if they tell you to run and hide, run and hide. Don't be a hero. No room for heroes. Don't be a hero. That's what we got to do. Tell your kids at school. Tell your kids when you're watching a movie. Tell your kids when you're walking the mall. Tell them your game plan. My game plan, they know my game plan when it comes to the movie theaters. I'm not sharing that game plan with you, but they know my game plan. I do have a game plan in the movie theaters. I have a game plan when we're walking in the mall. I have game plans for all that. Share with that, because you don't know who the next person is that's going to decide to just, take us out in the middle of In-N-Out Burger, or decides that I'm shooting this video, he doesn't like this video, he's going to come look for me and take me out. So have a game plan. Get all that ready. Hug your kids and teach them what should be done in situations like this. All right, guys. I'm done. AT&T Park, San Francisco, China Basin. The vlog's ended. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Leave me comments. Go ahead, leave me comments. If you guys want to leave comments about anything, negative, positive, thumbs up for this 25-minute long video, I apologize. Thanks for watching, guys. Vlog's ended. Go in peace.
made this.